Welcome back, ladies, once again to another cast by Sunken Gaming. Today we have the red Zerg player, myself, PMsunken, PM being my clan, or an older clan, I guess, and the Protoss player, nonzero. We are spawning in close positions, and on a map like Shattered Temple, spawning in close positions for Zerg is terrible for the Zerg player, simply due to the fact that if the if the Protoss player's army moves out, he can simply instantly, if the blue Protoss player's army moves out, the Zerg player will not have enough time to react, and will therefore just be caught off guard. If you guys are wondering, this is a just a mid-range diamond, game. Microing his worker, that's really cool. I've never really seen players micro their workers, especially in my leagues. It generally happens up in the Masters leagues, especially with Huck and the Canadian Huck. He's just awesome like that. Huck, he's just really, yeah. I'm just gonna stop talking about that. I am actually what I appear to be going for is a 15 hatch, maybe. No, actually, it looks like I'm going to go for a pool first build, then maybe transitioning into a hatchery, but no. Oh, I hadn't even scouted them, but I know that he's not here just because my overlord went there. And I could probably guess where his probe came from just because it came so soon. Gateway coming up for our blue Protoss player and a second pylon. Excellent timing on it. Getting his first grass and chrono boosting probes out. On the other hand, I'm simply sending out the drone to make a hatchery. All the while getting ready to make more drones right after it spawns. Making another drone, and I believe I'm going to I'm going to get an overlord out right after this, and then I may either be starting a queen or getting out another drone. This game was played a little while ago, so I can't honestly remember. Keeping an overload over my expansion so that if our blue Protoss player tries any shenanigans, then I'll just be able to instantly scout it. Rallying up a bunch of commands just because I can, and it makes my drone survive a little bit longer. The blue Protoss player Cybernex core is almost out chrono boosting his zealot out. However, he hasn't started his warp gate yet. This is a slight blunder by him. And not starting another unit as well. He just wasted half of that chrono boost. And there he starts another unit, but after the chrono boost is finished. So I'm simply just microing my drone around. Hatchery almost up. Sending this overlord in the position of all the way over here. Setting this overlord all the way over here so that if he did spawn over here, and I didn't, and what I sent him over here I hadn't scouted yet. So in case our blue Protoss player, oh, I'm lagging a little bit. In case our blue Protoss player spawned over here, I would be able to instantly know if he got an expansion up by just poking with my overlord just a little bit and just keeping it alive by putting it back. 2 gateways up. Another gateway coming up for our blue Protoss player. Getting out 2 queens, I believe it is now. Yes, no, just getting out a single queen and starting my speed. I already have my second queen out. And getting a reasonably early gas, just so I can start speed. Keeping this drone alive. Oh, and I see the 3rd gateway. I now know, and the gas. I now know that he's going for a 3-gate expand. Rallying up. Oh no, but the drone gets taken out by this sentry, who's awesome because he has 1 kill. Starting 2 spine crawlers for the sole fact of I don't want to get pushed by a 3-gate. Because 3-gate expands, they can be pushed with. Not very often, but it can happen. Probe putting down the first pylon and now going to start the nexus directly after. Speed just about halfway done. Not injecting. I'm not sure why. What am I doing? Apparently I'm doing something. Getting out an evolution chamber. Getting out an evolution chamber just so I can block off this ramp a little bit more so that he can't. If he does try to do a run by past all my spine crawlers, it'll be harder for him to flood all his units, and it'll be easier for me to block with Zerglings. Probably going to be starting a upgrade in the near future. Sending my overlord over here in case he does try to take this expansion. Getting up another gateway and a forge so he can put down cannons and get more units out. Putting out a robotics facility. I'm getting out a second queen. I'm putting down a spore crawler right here just to be careful, you know? I have sometimes a 3-gate can be mistaken for sometimes a Dark Templar rush can be mistaken for a 3-gate just because the builds are very identical. However, in Dark Templar rush you tend to get gas just a little bit earlier. The Protoss player nonzero's expansion is now going up, chrono boosting out probes right away, and chrono boosting out that +1 upgrades. I haven't. Oh, and here we go. Starting my first upgrade and getting my layer up. Grabbing all 4 gas and keeping my 3 spine crawlers up in the front. Starting a second evolution chamber. Just because I thought that getting a second evolution chamber, well, just so I can get better upgrades quicker. Getting up a Twilight Council and an Observer. Probably going to be starting Colossus Tech right after this. Beginning and doing creep spread right now. Excuse the beep, of course. Pumping out a couple of lings just to scout his front and poke around in case he does try to attack soon. What I tend to do is I tend to get completely get it as saturated as I'm comfortable with for the moment, with all my drones at my 2 bases, and then I start pumping lings just for safety. All the while sending out a drone to begin a 3rd hatchery. Getting up a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a 5th gateway for our Protoss player. Putting up a pylon here just in case I do try any Zergling shenanigans and try to run them there. I'm not sure that I can still fit. I'm not sure if I can still fit through there. Protoss ground weapons level 1 is almost complete. He could be using the Twilight Council either for charge, blink, or maybe even for just +2 weapons. But no, he's going to start his +1 ground armor. Oh, and he is getting charged, as I mentioned a little while ago. Getting out his second observer. I'm not sure why he's doing it. Well, I guess it is a good idea to have 2 or 3 observers just for the sole fact of it lets you get more map control. You can see what's going on, and you can see if, say, I have a larger army of Zerglings than this, and/or I have an extremely large amount of banelings, as I just start my banelings right now, and I'm currently getting Ventral Sacks and the Overlord's speed, something carapace for the Overlords. Looks like I may be going for some kind of drops with Zerglings. Getting out melee weapons level 1, all the while making sure that my Protoss opponent is only on 2 bases by keeping these Overlords up here. Destroying the gold rocks on the opposite side of the map just to make it a little bit easier for myself to get more income. 6 mutas is coming out into the field right now. +1 carapace almost finished. My Protoss opponent getting out 4 more gateways. However, he has not started robotics tech yet. I don't know. I'm not sure why. And here comes the Robo Bay right now. 5 more mutalisks coming onto the field right now. Starting with getting my gas, just because I can tell I have a pretty decent gas to drone ratio. Sorry, gas to mineral ratio. However, when this 3rd starts coming up, if I don't have the gas right away, I'm gonna have quite a bit more minerals than gas. Or yes, quite a bit more minerals than gas. starting a large amount of banelings hit my front door. However, this is spotted by the observer. He knows that I have a spire coming up now and a baneling station here. Please join me for part 2, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for watching part 1.